guys, welcome to the 26th episode of
The Journey for Greatness podcast. We're super excited today because we got my man Ronnie Ruckus on the show. We're super excited to have him on. Super excited. We linked up with him through not iTunes. What am I saying, guys? Through Instagram.
Yep.
And we really appreciate it because, honestly, it's almost like last notice. We asked him, I think it was yesterday, if he would hop on. We saw his page, and he inspires, he motivates, he helps people stay focused, and we thought he'd be an awesome guest for us on the podcast. And he was so kind and gracious and humble enough to say last, a day or two before, so we really appreciate that.
No problem, guys. Thanks for having me, man. I'm excited to be here, and I love what you guys do. I actually, I put up a post, and I seen you liked it, and I was like, oh man, let me check out his page. You know how I go on Instagram, pretty much. Let's check out his page and see, kind of try to see what they're all about. And I love what you guys do. I love what you guys are doing. And I said, hey, why not? One day before, when I see an opportunity, man, with some great people, hey, man, I'm here.
Yeah, we're extremely humbled. I know you originally just said, hey, I listen to your podcast. I talk about a lot of the same things, and I did the same thing to you. Went over your page, checked you out, listened to your most recent podcast, and we obviously felt it was meant to be because we reached out to you, and you were basically you were all on board. So we always appreciate anybody that takes time out of their day, which is obviously the most precious thing we got, except for family and our health. But everybody's time is valuable, so we appreciate that, right?
No problem, man. And actually, the wife left. Her parents are in town from Florida. And so she took the girls. I have two daughters, a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old, and they left the house. So I'm pretty much here. I've been doing little things around the house, getting ready for Monday and stuff like that. But man, I'm pretty much just here. I was watching a little football. I said, didn't really catch TV. Yeah, man, I'm here.
Are you a Falcons fan?
Of course, man. I'm a Georgia boy, man. Red and black is my color, man. I got to ride with you right now.
I'm really sorry, man. I'm really sorry, Ronnie. I feel for you. I'm from Boston. I'm sorry. Just last year.
Okay.
A little bit of a heartbreak. Hey.
Man, when that happened, bro, you gotta understand. It was. I don't think I got ESPN for like 4 months, man. I was just so hurt. I was just like, oh man, it was so quiet at my house. It was horrible. It was horrible.
Well, you guys saved both of your days. The Buffalo Bills haven't made it in the playoffs in I think 16 years. So. Just, I'll take the burden for this conversation, and we'll just keep it moving forward.
Yeah, hey, but that's supposed to change soon. That's supposed to change soon, my friend. I
know. I think they're wheeling and dealing, but we'll see. I don't know.
I do.
It's still early. But hey, I'm going to talk about football. I'm tossing you the rock, Ronnie. I'm going to let you roll with it. Just kind of tell us where it all started, man. Let us know, let the TJFG Nation, let them know where you're at, where you're coming from, and how this whole thing started. Why'd you start talking about, first of all, I had the idea of a podcast, even going further back from that, just starting with maybe even Ronnie as a kid or, growing up, just talk about your story, man.
Okay, perfect. It's the typical American story, man. I grew up here in Atlanta, born and raised to a single-parent household. My father was in and out of prison. My mother, I had 6 kids. I'm the second oldest. So, I got very comfortable with struggle for a very long time. And, of course, it shaped my mentality a certain way that, I really didn't understand for a long time that I was getting in my own way. Just like I wasn't a bad kid. I stayed out of trouble. I think it was just, growing up, I was very, what you would call an introverted. But maybe both. I guess my mom might have said because I'm a Gemini, you're good 1 minute and you're whatever, that type of thing. But just growing up, man, I was just to myself. I was, nervous in crowds, and I still dealt with that a lot in my earlier adulthood. But just grew up, man. It was tough. It was struggle. I mean, as a child, it was cool. I never really, you're a kid, you're playing outside. You don't really know too much about anything. But growing up, I realized we moved around a lot, so I kind of understood. Oh, okay, we really had it. And started to really, working my first job at 16, kind of helping out around the house, and just basically, man, had to really, put on my big boy shoes very young. But that affected me in a way, like just with my relationship with my mother, with my father. It's a lot better now, but just, going through that as a young man and where I am today, I just, went from job to job trying to figure this whole thing out. And I met a friend. He had a job opportunity for me. He's selling his food. And that process taught me. I hated it. I'm going to keep it. Joseph is this buddy. I appreciate what you did, but I hated it. First of all, I didn't like talking about death all day. And secondly, it was just that whole process was difficult. But eventually I kind of something clicked in my head and said, hey, man, because he introduced to me mindset maintenance. And I'm sure you guys know Brown, my favorite now who I'm listening to now, Eric Thomas. You guys, ENT, I put that together earlier when I was like, hey, man, that's one of my favorite motivational guys, Eric Thomas, man, he's a beast, man. And I just kind of got into that whole, I guess, not phase, because I believe it's a life journey, but I just got into listening to those type of things, man, just really correcting and changing my whole belief system and just changing how I view myself. And it's been a long and, still the beginning, but it's been a long process. Where I am today, just, mentally, my ambition and my goals and, like 2 years ago, my place doesn't look how it look now. Like, if you go in my room, man, my wife thinks something's wrong with me. She thinks it's hurt, just the obsession, bro. It's like literally, like my walls are covered with everything. I'm gonna send you guys a picture. I'm really gonna post it on Instagram.
We would be private, but we would love to throw that up and just.
Yeah, definitely. I'll message you guys. I'll message it to you guys, man. It's like it looks crazy, but it makes a lot of sense to me, and it looks pretty normal to me. But my wife thinks it's nuts. But just going on this journey, man, I really just been listening to the different things, reading different books. I try to read, at least a book a week. My schedule, I'm really busy, with work and family and everything, the business. It's a lot, but, I try to get a book in a week and just really, I just really did a full 360, man, 360, because I had to, you get to a point where, things are always not going the way you wanted them to. And for me, man, I was pointing at everybody else, I was pointing at everyone. I was saying, oh, it's this, it's that, and just making so many excuses when it was evident I did my jobs. I did, the money I was bringing in. It was just a lot, and I had to really do that man in the mirror look, man, for, like just stare in the mirror for about 20 minutes and just, I don't know, it was weird how it happened, but after I did that, it was kind of like a light bulb went off and, things just started to attract itself to me, you know, like different books, different speakers. I know you guys are Gary V fans. I love that dude. Mm-hmm. Oh man, Gary Vaynerchuk is he's I asked him first, I'm not gonna get off topic, but I saw him on Sean Evans' Hot One show. You guys haven't heard of that? I know that's what's famous for.
Is that Atlanta based?
Yeah, it's like they get on there and eat hot wings and he interviews them.
No, yeah, the hot ones.
Yeah, with Sean Evans.
Yeah. I just watched the episode. Is that what you were talking about when he was on that?
Yeah, man. You know, and Gary, he's just been really, you know, with the social media and how he's doing things. He's definitely just kind of helped pave the way as far as social media and my presence on social media. So it's just been a real journey, man. And you know, I'm still going, and I'm excited about the future. And you know, here we are today. You know,
I love it, man. That's a great story, and I think a lot of times we look at it as you're going to have the downs too. Like for me, I went through a stage where I was super heavy in a lot of the books and the listening to podcasts and YouTube videos, and then you go through a period of time like I was. And Eric and I talked about. Eric went through a 30-day period where he was kind of fighting, and what. Actually, one of our guests was like, "Yeah, dude, you got depressed. Like you had depression. You know, that was. You didn't want to leave your bed. You didn't want to leave your house. You weren't exercising. Yeah. You weren't eating right. You know." And so I looked at my last 60 days. I was fighting some. I mean, I kind of self-proclaimed, self-diagnosed, but you know, that kind of low point where you're like, I was sleeping on an air mattress. I had Airbnb to be able to make my bill payments. I gave up my bed in my room, and I had a second bedroom that had nothing in it. So I bought an $8 air mattress, and I was literally just Airbnb-ing my actual room out and then sleeping on an air mattress because I didn't really want to spend the money to get a bed and this and that. So finally, like, literally last week, I was like, I need to fucking get a bed. Like, I don't care what it costs. Like, I cashed in money from a retirement account that I had, which was like $1,800. I'm like, I need to get a fucking bed, and I need to get myself out of this situation because I can only feel myself going down. I think a lot of times we go through those times where we think we're doing something because we're sacrificing, but I can't tell you how much more productive and happier I've been in the last like 3 or 4 days because I actually have a fucking bed. I know it sounds crazy, but like, I mean, it just, I don't know. I'm willing to sleep on the floor. I'm willing to do whatever it takes, but I think, you know, sometimes you just got to fucking bite the bullet and just, you know, like in my situation, just buy a bed. You know, get it over with.
Definitely, man. It's definitely those little things because I definitely fell to that point, man, with depression. Didn't leave the house. Was wearing the same freaking jogging pants and just not getting a haircut, nothing, bro, for like 45 days. And then you know, I think we all hit that point, you know. Cause me and my wife talked about this not too long ago. She was talking about, you know, just a lot of people are so depressed. I was literally reading an article today. Like, it said like 350 million people are depressed, and half of them don't even know it. And and you know, I'm not gonna really get into where it came from or how. You know, I just think for me, it was just for a long time. I was just so. With just, you know, how things were, man, with money and, you know, working a job 12 hours a day and being too tired to even take your daughter to the park on your days off, and it was just a lot, you know, and I just kind of just sat in the room and just on YouTube all day, and, you know, it was definitely a low point, and I actually... You know, you gotta shake it off, man, and you gotta really, you know, you go through those moments, and then, you know, you gotta fight and just keep going, and my why definitely keeps me, you know, going every single day, man.
What is your why?
Great segue. I love it. Man, my why is, of course, outside of family, man, it's just, I've seen and been in the worst. I know what that's like, and it's like I don't have to be there. So plain and simple, my why is just not being there anymore. And I know that's probably like, oh, that's it. No, it's really like I've been there, like homeless, you know, like what your daughter's gonna eat, you know, like I've been there. I've been there, bro. Like it's not a you know, that's enough to make you, you know, scratch, crawl, and just do whatever you have to do, you know, ethically and morally. But you know, you know, it'll put that fire under you for sure, man. That's definitely my one, man. You know.
So you've felt that pain. You've felt what it's like to just be at the bottom, and you don't ever want to be there again. You don't ever want that feeling of knowing, what am I going to do for my daughter? Where am I going to get food, shelter, all of this? You don't ever want to be there again. You don't ever want those feelings. That's deep. That is way back. I want to say probably maybe even only our second episode, we talked about that, why, and how so many people in this world, if you ask them what's your why, I want to buy a $2 million house. Okay, all right, that's cool. So you buy a $2 million house, now what? You know, now what? Or for so many people, just to even take that a step further, it's like when you don't feel like going anymore, that's not enough to fuel the fire, to put another log in your fire. It's like, I want a $2 million house. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I'll get it at some point. It's not like yours, like you tired and you got another 2 hours to go, and it's like, fuck, I don't ever want to ever feel like that again. I don't ever want to be homeless. I don't ever want to have to search for shelter. Shit, I'm going to go another 5 hours because I don't ever want that feeling. So I think that's definitely, you know, it can't be a house or a car. We had talked about this, that it's going to be something that's deep and you can use. So I think that's very powerful, man. That's good for you. Good for you.
Yeah, man. Thanks, man. It's a very real thing, man. And you know, like a house and all that is cool, man. But it's like that $2 million house where I'm from, it's not gonna. It's like you said, you know. It's then what? Then what? You buy a $2 million house, and you know that's cool. You know, you work hard for it and all that. That's great. But then what? What after you get that $2 million house? Because that $2 million house, yeah, it can house my daughters, it can house my wife, it can do all those things. But I think what, you know, my why and why me not going back to there is not just for me. It's like I feel I could show and be able to help the next guy or the next girl who may have the same ambitions. You know what I mean? So a house and a car and all that is cool, but I think for me it's bigger than that. It's bigger than that.
You know, if you think about it, too, when you talk about family and you talk about shelter and you want to see them smile, it's like, okay. So I talk about my family. I want my kids to go to good schools. I want my kids to be sheltered. I want my kids to smile. I want to give my kids food. And it's just a thing after another thing after another thing after another thing that you just got to keep working towards. As if we talk about a house, it's like, all right, I bought a house. All right, I got a car. It's like, all right, like what? Like, what else? But, and then when you talk about your family, there's always stuff you got to solve. There's always things that come up. So you know, so when you bring your family into it, it gets even more personal. You want to work even more harder talking about your fam. So I feel as though that's definitely, not to say, you know, there's some people out there that don't have a why for maybe it's not their family. It doesn't necessarily, it doesn't have to be about your family, but it's got to be something that's very important to you. And I think it's kind of funny that when we go through these struggles that you're talking about, being homeless and everything you've went through, how it brings out such positivity in people. Trust me, man, I know when I say this, you're going to be like, are you for real? But there are still a ton of people out there that go through negative stuff, that have negative things that happen in their lives, and they're like, shit, it's negative. What the fuck? But so many people that we've had on this podcast, including you, our last guest, shout out to Self-Esteem Maintenance, and so many other people on here, the reoccurring thing is negativity, but then turning that negativity into something positive. And I seriously, there's so many people out there that negativity is negativity, and that's it. They don't see the end of the tunnel. They don't see the sunlight in it. They don't see the opportunity in negativity. They just see negativity as negativity, and I feel like that's a huge thing in our society right now. Is when something negative happens, it's negative, and that's it. You can't grab one thing positively from it. It's kind of like, well, that's definitely not true. So I think that's something that a lot of people are stuck on.
Yeah, and I want to tie in a current event with regard to, I don't know if you guys saw that, Syracuse upset Clemson, and the head coach of Clemson went in and, talked to the Syracuse players after the game and this and that. I've always been a big fan of the Clemson coach, and I just think he's got a higher reason of why he's doing what he's doing, and he's very religious. He's a very, God-driven guy, and I give him a lot of credit. I mean, I personally am not a huge religious person, but I can see how that ties to a higher meaning and a higher why of why you do what you do. And that was a perfect example. They just got upset, probably the worst upset, in the coaching career that he's had at Clemson. And what does he do? He goes over and fucking talks to the opposing team, shakes hands, talks to the players, says, nice job, this and that. Like, that to me is such a selfless act of, and you can tell it wasn't a publicity stunt. It was just like respect. Like, hey man, I respect the way you guys played, and I'm coming over here and showing you by me coming over here and showing you. Not in the post press conference, not in the phone call later in the week. After the game, I'm walking over and saying, you guys beat us, like, nice job. I thought that was pretty cool, and I think a lot of times in life we get bitter when we get a negative situation, put on us, or, we have to walk through a negative situation. But I don't know, that to me was a good example of, hey, if something negative happened, they lost, just fucking, it's over. Go over and say great job and move on. Prepare for next week. Prepare for tomorrow. Like, keep yourself chugging along, and don't let that negativity infest each day after that happens. So
right. Let me interject real quick. Like, what you were just saying about it happened and moving on, not making something negative. Which, if it is negative, don't make it last all week or tomorrow. Like, it happened, move on, learn from it, and just, that moment should be there. Once we're done with it, we move on, and I got a lot of flack from that, before when I spoke about, just moving on from things, because as of now, it's a lot of things going on, and people say, oh, we moving on. No, that's different. I'm not really talking about that in that aspect, but definitely, when something negative happens to you or whatever, and how you handle it, you learn from it, and you don't let that last, because man, you bring it with you tomorrow, man. It really doesn't, it doesn't help,
Yeah, it doesn't serve you at all. No, I agree with that.
I agree. It's funny too. Like, I would say, I don't know how to put this. People may seem crazy. People may think I'm an absolute lunatic when I say this, but I almost welcome negativity. I almost like it, because it's like, okay, something negative happens, all right, let me find something positive from this though. I just feel as though people change, in positive situations, but when do people actually really change? When do people actually really sit back and think about their life and make change for the good? And that is when negativity happens. Now, I'm not saying it's always, but when negativity happens, people make positive change.
I agree. I definitely agree. I agree.
It's funny how that happens. It's like, okay, like for you were homeless. All right, you were homeless. I don't ever want this again. Let's go. I'm done. It positively impacted my life for the rest of my life. I ain't never going to feel this again. because I went through a negative situation, and now I'm going to turn that negative situation into positive thoughts and positive living, a better living, a better style of living. I'm going to look at things much more preciously than I did before, as in my life. It's funny how negativity is positivity, to be honest with you, can be positivity. It's just those people that see negativity as negative that don't really get what they should out of the negativity. Because everybody goes through it. Everybody's going to have it. It's just negativity it's there. It's going to happen. You can't avoid it. It's how you deal with it. Depends on is depending on how it affects the person.
It's kind of like with you. I'm sure you like this. You're a Boston guy. Your guy Conor McGregor. I think he said he was talking about real champions and how they deal with things when it's not going their way. Because he was like, it's easier to change or progress when things are going your way. It's easier to deal with that. But when you really go through a negative situation or, and please guys, I'm really not quoting him. It was a lot shorter than this. But, he was just basically saying, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, I thought that was pretty cool. And that guy's fucking awesome. I love watching him fight, man. Motherfucker's crazy, though. I love it.
And I want to add to that. I think Ronnie, it was after Floyd, when he beat him, I think he even had that same, I don't know if it was the post interview, but he said, I fucking lost, like I lost. That was it. And I have to take my losses like a man, just like I win like a man. And so I think
exactly.
You have to have the mentality that I'm going to take the L and I'm going to take it as a man and I'm going to move on from it, learn whatever I can learn from it. But congratulations, you applaud him, you beat me, but if I take that into tomorrow, the like feeling bad, the complaining, everything that Gary Vee talks about or whatever, bitching and moaning and stuff that we talk about, it just doesn't serve you, and I love that part of it. I love Conor's mindset. I really do. I've watched a lot of his videos.
Man, right? That dude is amazing, man. Just like back on what you were just saying, it's like you have to, move on. Like he wouldn't have moved on from the Nate fight, and even with the Mayweather fight, which I gave him a lot of shit for, but he did. He surprised the hell out of me. But after the fight, like you said, he was like, "Hey, I lost. I take a loss like a champ, and then when I win, I take it like a champ." He stay humble in defeat, and look where he's at now. You know what I mean? This guy's on yachts, and he did that. He did that. He worked for that. He visualized that. He worked at it, and he took the negative with and made it into a positive, man. For me, that's like another form of alchemy. That's a different conversation. But that guy's, man, hey, I look at guys like that. I look at even, women like that who just take, a negative situation, man, and make it, into a positive, and I think that's, what separates, those from them, the winners and the losers, you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, I definitely.
I want to ask you, Ronnie, I know you were mentioning about your room and your environment. Just talk to everybody that's listening, just about that shift in mindset. Like when you're talking about stuff on your walls, like is it motivational? Because I think everybody has their different thing, right? I think some people love listening to podcasts. Some people love watching a motivational and seeing the person's gestures and their energy and things like that. And some people might be, a blog reader or whatever. So everybody has different styles. What did you find for you, in terms of putting stuff either on your wall? Is it just motivational stuff? Like, walk us through that and how that came about.
Again, shout out to my bro, my big bro, my mentor Joseph, man. He basically just kind of showed me. He said, "Look, man." He showed me his techniques and what he did, and I just kind of took it and like times 10'd it. Like I just really just expanded it to the like crazy. So, I have certain routines and different things I do in the morning, but I'll start with my wall. When I really got into like saying, okay, I want to make a vision board or I want to I got to make sure I do this every day. And then when I do those things every day, I put it on the wall. I still need to see that I did that. It does something for me to see that I said I would do something and I did it, because I didn't do that. While I say stuff, procrastinate, it'll never get done. But when I write something down,
accountable.
Exactly, and that's basically what it is. I wake up every morning, I can see my vision board above my bed. When I look to my left, as soon as I get out my bed, I see my goals. My short-term goals, what I'm trying to get done by the end of this year. My 5-year plan, I get to see these things every fucking day. So because what it does for me is when I see those things every single day, the days that I don't feel like doing shit, it's in my face. It's like, yo, you got to. Like, look, it's right there. It's in your face. You're going to see it. You're going to continue to see it. When you walk out your room, go in the bathroom, your sticky notes on the fucking mirror. Well, they probably not, because my wife take them down. You know what I mean? Like, but I had to do that. I'm serious, man. I'm telling you, I had to do that though, because how my mind works, and when you go through that process of really trying to like change the way you used to think and how you view things, your perspective on things, and just try to really change your whole mental game. It's a process where your mind is gonna fucking fight with you. It's gonna always do that, but it's like it just, for whatever reason, man, it's just a bunch of shit that come in your head. Like, nah, don't do that right now, or you crazy, man. You ain't gonna accomplish that. You're not gonna be able to do that, And it's like you have to constantly fight that shit. Really, like, and that's for me fighting it. Putting it in front of me. Because I'm a visual guy, so I need to see it. When I see it, it's like, and that turned into a whole bunch of crap on my wall now to this day. My wife is like, you need to take some of that down. I can't even hang up pictures and posters. I'm like, we got plenty more walls in this house. You can, but it definitely helps me, man. It helps me just, staying focused, man, because with social media and the internet and, YouTube and, it's so easy, man. It's so easy to just, get unfocused. Like, it's just a constant thing, man. That's why, I tell anybody who's really, really, really serious about it and really, really, want to accomplish their goals and get shit done. Man, it's a fight. It's a fight, man. For me, it just was a fight. Like, I watch guys like Tony Robbins. I say, how the hell, like, this guy seems like he just, you know what I mean? Like, he just, I'm good. You know what I mean? Like, it's a simple, for me, no, it's a full 5-round battle for me every day. Just, you know what I mean? Like, trying to, combat with my mind and getting things done. It's a tough little battle, but eventually you do it enough, and it's not as tough, but it still has it, days where you like, oh man, get out the bed, dude. What you doing? Get out the bed. You know what I mean? And different things like that. I think routine and just simple things you do every day. Eventually, man, I think things will happen.
It's funny, right? How we are legitimately our worst enemy. You just talked about it. How, maybe you're sitting in that boardroom with your employees, you got a great idea. But all of a sudden you say to yourself, nah, fuck it, that's not a good idea. I'm good. But maybe it was an unbelievable idea, but because you said, fuck it, it's not a good idea, I'm not going to talk about it because it's stupid, then you don't talk about it. But maybe it was. Or you don't, get up in front of your class and talk, or you don't do this, you don't do that, or you don't start a business because you think people will think it's stupid and it's not going to succeed. Man, we kill ourselves. We kill our dreams. We kill our positive. It's crazy. It's maybe rarely, but you don't have people a lot of the time saying to you, you ain't going to fucking make it, move on. Yeah, it happens. You do. Most of the time, it's you saying, probably no. Won't work. Not good enough. Can't do it. Crazy.
Yeah, it's true.
You say you want to do something, but then boom, you come back really quick as to why you shouldn't do it. It's nuts.
Yep.
It's nuts.
It's crazy. It is, man. It's so crazy, man. And like, you know, I don't know. I'm sure you guys are. I'm a big fan. Like, I grew up watching the Rockies, man. And you know, the last one, Creed. He was with what's the actor's name? I can't think of his name. I can't think of his name, but his thing, the Creed movie is like the 5th or 6th one from the Rocky, Rocky Balboa, the Sylvester Stallone. Yeah. And he was like, basically he had him in the mirror and he had him like punching at himself. And he said, you are who you have to worry about. And that's so true, man. Like what you were just saying, like, we have a good idea, but we don't stand up and raise our hand and say it in the classroom. Yeah, once we thought people were gonna pick on us and we thought it was stupid. But as an adult in real life, it's not too many people telling you, it happens. Oh, that's a shitty idea, But it's really us, man. It's really you. It's really the man in the mirror. It's really that guy right there looking dead at you that's telling you this bullshit. And you start to believe it, you know what I mean? And it's like, you can win that battle, man. And it's not easy, it's not easy, but, hey, that's what it is. It's possible. And, you just gotta, put them gloves on and tell that motherfucker, hey, you wrong. I can't. You know what I mean?
Dude, I absolutely love it.
The offensive, yeah.
Love it. Man, you gotta give that motherfucker a pounding in the face and tell it, fuck no, I got this.
Right, yeah, man. Yes. Yes.
Yes, no, I 100% agree, man. I love your outlook. I love it. I love your outlook, man. You're firing me up right now. I love it.
Yeah, man. Let's get that rank going.
I'm ready to run through a goddamn brick wall. Let's go, baby.
Let's do it. For real, man. Yeah. You got to, man. You got to hype yourself up. Sometimes I'll just be at the house and, I learned this again, man, from, Les. He was talking about your energy. Like, if your energy is low when you're doing shit, that's why sometimes I have to, hype myself up in a way like how you just did. You gotta really, bring out the guns, man, when you battling that idiot in your head. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta really, you gotta bring your energy up and you gotta really battle that motherfucker because, that battle, I lost that battle for so long, like, most of my life, you know what I mean? And this last few years, man, I just been, kicking his ass, but he keep coming back though. He a tough little motherfucker, but, it's a constant thing, man. It's a constant.
I love it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna start talking about it like he's my opponent. You just did that for me. He's my opponent. I'm in the ring, and we about to throw down. Who's gonna win?
Throw down.
Who's gonna win? Like, hey, let me tell you something. You're gonna punch me in my face. You're gonna break my nose. You're gonna break my cheekbones, but I'm gonna still be here. You're going down before me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
It's gotta be. I like it.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Definitely.
Got to.
Definitely.
You said you're working now. What are you currently doing? Are you working kind of just a 9 to 5? Because I know you have the podcast, but are you?
Yes.
Or what's your current?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not monetizing it yet. I'm just really trying to. I'm really just building. My following and. I've been learning some real cool things. Just with how to gain the exposure I need and I'm advertising. I'm doing it through Facebook. Different routes and yeah, I work at night. I work at night for 10 hours 10 hours, 4 days a week. So I do that, and then during the day, man, I'm into affiliate marketing. What's so great, man, I've been doing it for about 6 months, and I'm so fucking new. I'm not gonna even act like I know what the hell I'm doing. But man, I've actually made a few sales, and that shit was mind blowing. Like it was mind blowing because it was so new. But I've been like really, really, really like I'm talking about losing. I don't fucking sleep. I think I had like 3 hours of sleep last night. I'm not kidding you. My daughter was in. We had to take my 2-year-old, to the emergency last night because she's been having a cold. So when we got back at 12, I stayed up till like 4. Just putting things together, building the website, just doing a lot of shit. But my other website, I'm sorry, but I seen last night when I made some sales, bro, and it just kind of like it's like this is why you do it, it was a couple $100, but it was like that to me was like, man, like now how do I turn that couple $100 to a couple thousand, and then but
paid.
Right, man, but it just blew my mind. I showed my wife, she was like, really? Oh, so you can make money. I'm like, yeah, we finna be out it. Yes. So, but yeah, man, my schedule is, crazy. Like I work at night during the day. I'm super dad, so, I'm chilling with my daughter. Well, my 5-year-old, she's in school, but my 2-year-old, she's here during the day. And, I'm doing that and just learning, watching more videos and seminars about affiliate marketing and just figuring out this online game, man, because that's where it's at. That's where it's at.
So if you could, would you? I was just gonna say, could you maybe give us a tip here? What if you? Because we're still new to the game. We only got like 300 followers. We're almost reached 300, and I think that's one thing that we couldn't start doing better is the online marketing and stuff like that. And me and Tom sat yesterday for an hour and a half, and we have got a shit ton of good ideas. We do. Like, we talked about a lot of shit on the social media with the Facebook and the Snapchat and Instagram, all of that, and the Twitter. So is there maybe one tip you can give us?
Oh, man, hell yeah, I'll give you a few. It's like, first, man, when I really started, it was like, basically, it's right in front of us. It's been right in front of you the whole time, just with, advertising. And yeah, it costs a little money to put into, but very little. If you do it right, it's very little. Like $5 made me $70. You understand what I'm saying? Like the ROI on that is fucking amazing. It's crazy. So it's just little things like for Facebook, like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, they're all different platforms for different reasons. So Instagram is, we all know what Instagram is, but you can use that to advertise, the podcast or whatever you guys are doing. You're writing a book, whatever. Facebook is my number one where I'm at, because it literally gives you a lot of information about your customers or your potential customers online. Facebook, you put in your interest, your job, where you live, what you like to do, all that, so it's easier to find your niche on Facebook. Like I literally did an ad yesterday for an affiliate program for depression, which is crazy because we were just talking about depression. And it's a company, and they basically, you get them enrolled, and every person you get enrolled is $100. But I literally posted an ad yesterday. It's been running for about maybe 20, almost a full day, and the post engagements, everything is up through the roof. But it's different things you got to do. So if you make a Facebook page or a fan page, and you got a service or a product, or if you just, it depends on what you want to do. But let's just say if you're having people looking for love or want to lose weight, and you got an affiliate program or product off ClickBank that's for losing weight, man, you can literally target your audience, who's going to see the ad, and Facebook has this new thing where, with the pistols, where it'll put it directly in front of the people who recently bought off Facebook, who bought a product or anything, signed up, whatever, off Facebook. So that alone just makes your conversions go up. So,
is that the boost thing on Facebook? Is that what that is, the boost, or no?
Yeah, well, the boost is more, yes, it puts it in front of more people. It is an ad, but you can't, like, post a link there, or you can't post a button that says learn more or shop. Like, you can't really, you can, like, it's, how can I explain it? It's like,
target it, right? You can't.
Yeah, it's really, it's really, like, it's a boost, which means it'll get more post engagements, like likes and shares. But you can't put like a button there that says learn more, whatever, because that's how you really want to make your money. Then that's when you get into, your funnel pages. It's a lot of stuff, man. And, I would love to share with you guys, and when I can, and, help you guys with that. It's, I'm not an expert, man, but when I tell you, in these 6 months, bro, I've definitely studied 100, 200 hours of shit. And, and to see the results I've gotten, man, it's amazing. Like, to see that, I made $300, it's like, whoa, man, shit, okay. And I only spent how much money to do that? Oh, shit, okay, that's pretty, okay, all right, then you just put more back into it, and, you can scale up from there. But, yeah, man, I feel like I'm running my mouth. I feel like I'm running my mouth. But, yeah, man, so, yeah, the tip I would just say is to definitely find an audience with you guys, with your podcast, what you guys are doing. I would stick with your guns, man. You guys, I see what you guys doing. Like, you guys see what I'm doing. I love it. And I would just stick with that, and then look into ClickBank. It's a bunch of different affiliate programs out there, and it's free to sign up. You just sign up, and they give you like a certain ID that a tag. So whenever someone goes to your link, you know how that goes. You'll get paid off of it. But ClickBank has so many different products, man, that you could just go there and promote and make some money. It sounds easy. It's simple, but it's a lot of other stuff. And but once you find your audience, like what we're trying to do, we're trying to find our audience, get our audience, build our audience, and then that's when you can really do some things, man.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, we definitely gotta talk at some point in a little more in depth. We'd love to, share anything we can do to help you, and share, you share, so we can kind of collaborate and different environments.
Definitely.
Ideas off each other.
Definitely, man. I'm down.
Awesome. Definitely.
Man, that was a quick 50 minutes or whatever it was.
Oh, it's 50. Oh, yeah.
Man, we're like, fuck, we don't even realize it. We just chat and just get off on tangents, and we just go with it. And that's the way we love it. We like doing it like that. So.
I loved it.
Well, I don't know if you want to wrap her up, Diddy?
Yeah, without a doubt. So, we usually end every podcast with what we like to call a grinder of the week. And the definition of a grinder of the week is a person who we've talked to, we've ran into, whether it be on the phone, whether it be in a shopping mall, in a grocery store, that we just think exemplifies somebody that is kind-hearted, positively spirited. You could almost say a model citizen that has gone through life and just so positive and has a great outlook and is doing a lot for the world, the little things. I think me and Tom can definitely agree on this week. We want Ronnie as our grinder of the week. You, my man. So I think,
Oh, man, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. I really do. I really do.
Yeah, so I think, with your story and everything you've been through and where you are right now and the positivity, it's a great, man, it's a great story. It's a great thing. I think you just got to keep sharing this with everybody and, letting those people out there that are really just saying, poor me, realize where you have been and where you're going. I think you're definitely someone that can make a ginormous instrumental impact on this world to help others realize that they just have so much more to not only give for themselves, but to give for others. So you definitely just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing, man.
Definitely, man. I appreciate you guys. And I just applaud and thank, and I see what you guys are doing. I love what you guys are doing. I like the tandem you guys have on here, man. I haven't heard the rant yet, but I seen the video when you talking about the rant. I definitely want to hear that because, I like to hear a good fucking rant. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need that. We need that. So I appreciate you guys for actually hitting me up and saying, hey, man, we want you to come on the show. And, I wish I was freaking recording. I wasn't smart to do that because I wanted to get you guys so I can put you guys over on my platform, but maybe another time. But I appreciate you guys having me on, man. I really do. I really do.
Ronnie, we're always open for collaborations, and I think I want to end it here and just honestly thank the TJFG. I call it TJFG Nation. We love each and every one of you guys that have jumped on and have been a part of our, network community on all social media platforms, and honestly, giving us support, and in that is giving your time to us and listening to our stories that we highlight, like Ronnie. And we're always humble, whether it's a minute or 5 minutes. We always say we appreciate people jumping on and listening to what we have to offer, whether it's just Eric and I or whether we have a guest on like you, Ronnie. We always just give a shout out to kind of our nation and just thank them. But I do want to give you the opportunity. What do you have going on right now in your podcast? Just give you your couple minutes to say, hey, I want you guys to find me here. Just kind of take the floor and we'll wrap it up after that.
All right, cool. You guys can follow me on Facebook at Ronnie the Alchemist Major. You can follow me on Instagram at Ronnie Reacts, Twitter Ronnie Reacts 1. And yeah, guys, this is my podcast, Ronnie Ruckus podcast. It's on iTunes, SoundCloud. Yeah, guys, go check me out, and I appreciate the support. And thank you guys again, man. I really do appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate you, Ronnie. Thank you so much for coming on last notice, and we applaud you and just want to wish you the best in your endeavor.
Man, same to you guys, man. Appreciate it.
Awesome.
All right, man. I hate to say it, man. I just checked. Your Falcons lost to the Dolphins. I can't fucking believe it.
Oh, my God.
I hate to fucking negative. No, man. I just looked up. How'd they lose?
Did they lose? How did that happen? Oh, man.
We gotta live our truth, man. You gotta take the negativity and make it into a positive.
You already know. Oh, man.
I think they'll be fine. I think they got plenty of weapons. They'll be good.
Yeah,
they got Matty Ice, dude. They'll be good.
Yeah, that'll be fine. Oh, man, we lost to the Dolphins.
Yeah. But, all right, man, Ronnie, thank you, man. Have a great rest of your Sunday, and we appreciate it. We'll be in touch. Reach out when you want us on the, if you want to do a podcast or whatever you want to do, just shoot it by us. We're more than happy to make it work, man.
All right, guys, definitely, man. We'll definitely be talking soon. All right, man.
All right,
thanks, Ronnie. All right.
All right, guys. Bye.
Yep, take care. Bye.